Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's cold. I'm trying to act like I'm getting used to the colder weather by not wearing a hat. It's not working because now the wind's blowing. I didn't know the wind was blowing. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So, what are we going to talk about today? How about let's talk about why is it as you rack up those numbers called your age, why do we suddenly start getting stray hairs poking out of odd places? My mom always told me, as she got older and couldn't really see so well, to take care of her own strange hairs in strange places. She was like, please make sure that you keep those hairs off my chin. I said, I got you, boo. I got you. I'll take care of your strange hairs in strange places. Yeah. So, when I was at work the other day, I don't know why I didn't see it that morning, but when I went to use the bathroom, I looked in the mirror and there was this really kind of long-ish white hair sticking straight out of my chin. Sir or ma'am, where did you come from? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Well, I didn't have my tweezers, so I went up to Lisa. I said, why didn't you tell me I had a really long white hair sticking out of my chin? I mean, I was just kidding with her because I knew she hadn't seen it. Because, I mean, it was white and she had not been that close to me. And she was like, huh? I didn't see it. I said, I know you didn't, but do you got any tweezers? Because it's got to go. It's got to go right now. Because I can't be living with this long white hair sticking out of my chinny chin. So she pulled out her tweezers and I took care of it. Only to find out there was a second one seemingly in the same hole. So I got it out too. Why? Ugh. Why do we have to grow weird hairs? I don't understand. I used to work with this woman named Gail. Let me first start off by saying, I am the kind of friend who will point things out to you, like a wild hair off your chin or a boogie hanging out your nose or, you know, whatever. I'm that kind of friend. But if we're not on that kind of level, I find it more difficult to just walk up to someone and say, do you know that there is an inch-long hair? Well, multiple inch-long hairs hanging off your chin. I find that hard to say. Unless I'm on a stronger friendship level. You know what I'm saying? Well, this woman had, they got like really long and they would curl off her chin. And when you talk to her, I would just try to stay focused on her eyeballs so that I would not focus on the hair. It was protruding from her chin. Does that make me a terrible person that I wouldn't tell her? Maybe, but how do you not know it's there, is all I'm saying. How do you not know you have really long hairs hanging off your chin? How do you not know that? I mean, even if you can't see that well, can't you feel them? Because I could feel mine. I mean, it was only about maybe that long and it was white. Why is it white? Ugh. Ugh. We'll talk about that another day, but ugh. Anyway, I also worked with a woman named Sheila, who was probably the kindest spirit I've ever known. She still is. She's just so sweet and so kind. And this woman would walk over to her desk and stand and talk to her every day. Now, I will say, the day that she stood at Sheila's desk and her pants and her panties fell to the ground. I was a bit shocked. Y'all, I'm not making this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. I don't know if she had lost weight. I don't know why all of a sudden her pants and panties turned loose. I'm just thankful to Jesus that she had on a long top. That's all I'm saying. But she did have to bend over and get them. She was a rather large woman. So, you know, when you gain weight, you don't always gain weight in the right places, meaning all the way around, so that you might come in a little at your waist to keep your pants up. You know, sometimes it's all in the front or all in the back or something. I mean, if it's all in the back, they usually will stay up, but hers was all in the front. They didn't stay up. But anyway, while she was standing there talking to Sheila, Sheila said, I just felt like I needed to ask her. She said, can I pull those hairs from your chin? I said, you did? She said, yeah. I said, what'd she say? She said, yeah, sure. She said, so I got my tweezers and I plucked them. Well, now, I'm just thinking, if, just for me personally, if someone had asked me to pull hairs from my chin, that I might start paying more attention so that I could pull my own. And I'll tell you why I say that. Hold on just a second. At this dentist office up here, I had the absolute best dental hygienist. I don't know if she watches my videos, but I just adored her. She was funny, and she kept talking through the whole thing. Not just, she wasn't asking me questions, because I'm like, don't ask me questions when you got my mouth full of stuff and I can't answer. And they're like, huh? Well, your entire hand is in my mouth. How am I supposed to answer you? Anyway, she had on the rubber gloves, of course, and she would say, I'm gonna get this little hair for you. It's always right here. And she'd just take them rubber gloves and she'd pop it out. I'd be like, I hadn't even seen it yet, and she's pulling it out of my chin. But I liked that. But I did start paying more attention to my chin area to make sure that I didn't have a wild hair sticking out. You know what I'm saying? I got a wild hair. Anyway, so I think after someone had said, honey, what did you do to your hair? Hold on. Honey, what'd you do to your hair? I put it up in a ponytail, and now it's kind of all standing. Hey, look up at me. Look up at me. Or just be still. Look at it. I put it up in a ponytail because I was reading. I'll finish my story in a minute. Because I was reading about Shih Tzus. I think that's how it's pronounced. Instead of Shih Tzu. Anyway, I think it's Shih Tzu. It doesn't matter. Oh, she's doing her business. Please stand by. All right, which story do I finish first? The one about Penny or the one about the long hair? Let's finish with Penny, since I interrupted the previously programmed story. What? I'm trying to act like I'm on TV. And finish the Penny story, and then I'll go back and finish the wild hair story. I was reading about Shih Tzus yesterday, and it said because they have protruding, that's the right word, protruding eyes, that they need their hair to stay out of their eyes because they protrude. Just one little hair can cause irritation, and she has been having a lot of tear gunk, you know, things like that. They're not red. I pull them up and look at the whites, and they're not red or infected. It's just, I don't know. I mean, Shih Tzus have a lot of issues with their eyes anyway, But I pulled that up in a ponytail and I clipped real good around because she gets all them monobrows going on. So I trimmed all that down so it would stay out of her eyeballs. And she actually woke up this morning with clear eyes, so maybe it will help. Because I never thought about the protruding eyes and the hair getting in them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it said they were bred for, like, I don't know, Chinese royalty or something, and that they mixed a Pekingese with a Lhasa Apso to come up with this breed. And they call them lion dogs because of their head kind of looks like a lion, is what it said. Maybe all the hair, and I don't know. Anyway, and that they have the mouth of a frog. And I busted out laughing because they're like really turned down. The mouth of a frog, the head of a lion, and the mouth of a frog is a Shih Tzu. It also said that to be considered show-worthy, which obviously I'm never going to show her, that they need to have more than one color. It doesn't matter gray, white, black, brown. They can have a multitude of colors, but if you have one that's a solid color, especially like a solid white, it's considered an albino and they're not show-worthy dogs. How rude. But also, to be show-worthy, they have to have the underbite. I was like, well, Penelope is show-worthy, I would imagine. I mean, at least from those standards. It also said the biggest one is about 16 pounds. And I was like, well, mine's 20 pounds. And she's not really overweight. So I don't know how I ended up with such a large Shih Tzu. We were hoping she would be 10 pounds or less. For my mom, because my mom couldn't lift her. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go back to my story. But I was just thinking, you know, the way Michelle used to pull those hairs out of my chin, I started paying more attention. So I'm thinking, if it was me, and one of my coworkers said, can I pull them hairs out of your chin? I believe I would have started paying more attention to them. And if I couldn't see to get them out, I would ask my daughter, my son, my granddaughter, my husband. You know, she had all those people that could have yanked them out for her. And why didn't her daughter tell her that she had wild hair sticking out of her chin? I'm just saying, because that's a daughter's duty, okay? We have a lot of duties being daughters, and taking care of chin hairs is one of them. Yeah. I also trimmed my mom's eyebrows because she had her dad's, my pawpaw's, her dad's eyebrows. They never stopped growing. His eyebrows would get really long and kind of crazy. And I even trimmed his. I would take a comb and then I would trim them real close and, yeah, make them look more like these. And I did that to my mom's too. Hers didn't get quite as crazy as his did, but I still trimmed her eyebrows for her to keep them short. Is that not crazy? Do y'all have continually growing eyebrows? I worked with a guy who did, and he wouldn't trim his, and he could pull them down to the underside of his eyeball. I said, you know what? If I was married to you in your sleep, I would trim them off. I'm sorry, but I would. And that hair, he would take his mustache and pull it in his mouth. Stop it. Ugh. Do you know what's in that hair? I don't know. But stop it. Ugh. Anyway, I slept until almost 8 o'clock this morning. Gracie did not run down the hall singing the song of her people and wake me up. I don't know. I would also like to say that I ordered the second heating pad so I could have one. And Amazon keeps sending me messages that it's delayed and that I can cancel my order if I want to. So I guess I'm going to cancel the order for the heating pad. I guess it got lost in transit. But Carolyn sent me a message this morning, and it was a little video of a cat who had a heated bed, like an actual bed that you plug in that is heated. And I was like, ooh, so maybe I'll order her if it's not way more expensive than just a second heating pad. Maybe I'll order her a heated bed, and then I'll get my heating pad back. Did I say all that right? It sounded wrong coming out of my mouth, but I think I said it right. Because you know, sometimes I talk back. I balk tackards. Sometimes I balk tackards. My mom used to balk tackards like that. She could do it really well. She could almost do a whole sentence backwards. I can't do all that, but one of her favorite things to say was, "You're sissing me off, pister." Instead of pissing me off, sister. "You're sissing me off, pister." "You're missing me off, sister." No, yeah. Pister. It's pister. Missing for mister. Yeah, missing me off, pister. Yeah, because you take the P from the... Anyway, she could talk backwards so well. I can't do it that well. I have to practice a long time just to get to say that. You can see how I struggled on that last part. That mister and pister and... What are we talking about here? Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Well, and just like that, we have enough for a video. So I guess I'll cut, take two. No, I'll cut here, and I will say, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. Hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I will see you on the next Tracy Tries, which will be tomorrow. Why? Because I post every day, y'all. And, yeah. Bye to you. Love you, mean it. Goodbye.